Welcome to the Ghostly Chronicles, The Watcher in the Woods. On the outskirts of a quiet village, surrounded by dense, shadowy woods, stood a solitary cabin. Locals spoke of eerie happenings in the forest, tales of a watcher that stalked those who dared to venture too close after dark. Few believed these stories, dismissing them as old folklore, until one fateful night. Lucy, a young and curious traveler, rented the cabin for a weekend escape, unaware of the dark legends that shrouded the area. She arrived just as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, eerie shadows across the forest floor. The air was cool and still, filled with the whispers of the wind rustling through the trees. As night fell, Lucy settled into the cozy cabin, lighting a fire to ward off the chill. She couldn't shake the feeling of being watched, a sense of unease that crept over her as the hours passed. Brushing it off as nerves, she curled up with a book and tried to ignore the growing anxiety. Just after midnight, a soft, rhythmic tapping echoed from the window. Startled, Lucy looked up, but saw nothing but the darkness pressing against the glass. She approached cautiously, peering out into the inky blackness of the forest. Her breath fogged the glass, obscuring her view. Suddenly, the tapping grew louder, more insistent. Heart pounding, Lucy yanked the curtains closed and backed away. The fire flickered and dimmed, casting sinister shadows that seemed to move with a life of their own. She grabbed her flashlight, its beam slicing through the darkness as she scanned the room. A soft, almost imperceptible whisper filled the air, sending shivers down her spine. "Leave," it seemed to say, barely audible over the pounding of her heart. Determined not to give in to fear, Lucy steeled herself and opened the front door, shining her flashlight into the pitch-black forest. At first, she saw nothing but trees and darkness. But then, just beyond the edge of the light, she saw them, two glowing eyes, watching her intently. They were too high to be an animal, too steady to be a trick of the light. Frozen in terror, she watched as the eyes slowly moved closer, the figure they belonged to remaining shrouded in darkness. Panicking, Lucy slammed the door shut and locked it, her hands trembling. The whispering grew louder, filling the cabin with a chorus of ghostly voices. The tapping resumed, now at every window, as if unseen hands were trying to break through the glass. Desperate, Lucy grabbed her phone to call for help, but the signal was dead. The whispers grew into a cacophony, the eyes outside drawing closer, now at the windows, peering in with malevolent intent. With no other options, Lucy fled to the bedroom, barricading the door with furniture. She huddled in the corner, flashlight flickering as the voices reached a fever pitch, the windows rattling under the unseen assault. Then, as suddenly as it had begun, the noise stopped. Silence fell, thick and suffocating. Lucy held her breath, ears straining for any sound. Minutes passed, feeling like hours, and then she heard it, a single, slow, deliberate knock on the bedroom door. The flashlight flickered and died, plunging her into darkness. The whispering returned, now right outside the door, and then, with a final, resounding crash, the door splintered open. The next morning, the villagers found the cabin empty, the furniture overturned, and the windows shattered. Lucy was never seen again, her disappearance becoming yet another tale of the watcher in the woods, a warning to all who dared to venture too close to the dark, haunted forest. Please like, share, and subscribe.